body. Say the man got me. Can you hear me? Hear me now? Can you hear me? Hear me now? Can you hear me? Hear me now? Can you hear me now? Lord in my system. One mic extensions that'll look like expeditions on. Man, it's too loud. Hear me in your city, cause when I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, cruising to a better vision, y'all. Can you hear me? Hear me now? Can you hear me? Hear me now? Can you hear me?
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Ready for football now from sunny Wisconsin. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. To return, it's Peppers. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Play fake here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Gonzalez. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the play.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Leopard. Over. Gone. Watch it now, Barney.
On second down, Williams. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
Detroit! Over!
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're going to go. It's Darnold. Aguilar has it. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, LA. Nelson Aguilar. 52 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Watch this play. Watch this. You'll win round.
Here's Chris Ivory with his first carry. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
Their boy down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They'll try and throw for it here. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Patriot!
2nd down and 10, Darnold. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date,
taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, LA. Tony Gonzalez, 44 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Pulling up in that new toy, the wrist on that boy, rock star like Pink Floyd, waving at rude boy, I'm waving at you boy, ran off on the 2 like True Goy, imagine me do boy, you could never do what I do boy, still ducking that I did boy, in Paris for a hit boy, these ain't the same type of hits boy, can get boy, you don't take these type of risks, boy, cause this boy been throwing that like rich boy, you miss, boy. Your numbers don't add up on the, that was 10 years ago. If you know, you know. Yeah. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. This thing of ours, oh, this thing of to be alumni. The company I keep is not corporate enough. Child, you ain't orphan enough. A rapper turn can morph into us, but a turn rapper can morph into Puff. Dance contest for the I predict Al Roker. If you know, you know. I only ever looked up to you all get a bird. This Oprah. Layers in ball shorts, coaching from the side of the ball court. If you know, you know. One stop like a Walmart. We got the for the wrong sport. If you know, you know. If you know about the port, though it's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we for circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know. You ever been hit with the water? Then had to wait, do you walk away? If you know, you know. When we all clicking like Golden State, and you and your team are the motorcade. If you know, you know. Been granting wishes like a genie to bad in 2-piece bikinis. I've been hiding where you can see me. The skybox is right next to Riri's. Solely responsible for showing rappers how to stand on the front lines when started throwing bands. Where were you when Big brought the Tigers in? Cause I was busy earning stripes like a tiger skin. players in ball shorts, coaching from the side of the ball court. If you know, you know. One stop like a Walmart. We got the for the wrong sport. You know, you know. If you know about the port, though it's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we for circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no cash, look at them. How to make it in America? Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They ain't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream.
What's the game? What's the flow?
The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vannas. Be coolin' out in the whip, but I done dared every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
So conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's a Johnny. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's a Giant. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They run with a Giant. And he goes goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. On play action, it's Breeze. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. The score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
Caused all of that.
caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They give it off here to the tight end. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. This is Ajayi. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. Rivers now. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And the Colts getting ready to go. They've got to be saying, boy, thanks for this field position.
Yeah, remember their last drive in which they scored a touchdown. That one also began in excellent field position, so let's see if they can capitalize a second time.
Here's Breeze. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Drew Brees, his 2nd touchdown pass here in the opening quarter of this game. And the Colts add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now a handoff working right. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Now here's something you don't see too often. They're 0 for 2 converting these in the opening quarter, but they're trying a 3rd time here on 4th down. To throw is Rivers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer, and the return stops at the...
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. Back on Monday, Friday. This is sweet. Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's. He said it's a. Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look at my snap. I take your man and I won't give it back. Into the roof and attack. I hit this button, the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. That be late, waist snatch. That straight facts. Got hips like Angelina. Belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my. That's why they call it trampoline. Hey, back on Monday, Friday. This is sweet. Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 woo, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gangs, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum, always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up, I see you, let's again. Why you was sleeping on me?
Get down. Hey, what are you doing, Uncle? Hey. What are you doing, Uncle?
Everything you want, I'm like a walking.
Damn.
I don't understand.
How you getting up
what the
there?
hate is about. How you go your man with my name in your mouth? I do the Maybach on Monday, Friday. This is sweet. Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe,
Tickle in the shoe.
The thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Mean I'm a buyer, not lacing no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and I'm way up and made it. The is mad. Man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around. Just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for it out. She don't give a. She was in her bag. Fendi and some lane. Asked for a burger. Watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation. We was on roll like tires. What we gon' let? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, Mike. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers. I maneuver with the
Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. This is Leonard Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that'll help set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third down, Fournette. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Throwing on first down. Murray under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football. but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we... Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. But someone came to play today.
Well, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And a throw right sideline is complete. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 4th down, Murray. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the side?
Touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there. 43.
He's gonna quit. I knew it.
Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And, CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. These folks are ready, and we are underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Good luck. I said good luck.
Watson on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Here's a give to Penny. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. To throw, Cousins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Carlos Dansby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Richmond! Hey, back 22! Back 22!
After the interception, here's Watson. To the right and complete to Galladay. He's at the 40, 20, 10 for touchdown, LA. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 3rd and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Lets it go for Nick, and that's caught inside
Touchdown.
the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jordy Nelson, 69 yards. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. And it's no good. He misses the PAT. So file that one away. Could eventually loom large here as the night progresses. Gold now out to kick it away. The Chargers getting set to go.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Black 39 Philly. Richmond, Richmond.
On first down, it's Watson. Open man is Galladay, complete. The 30, past the 20. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start out on the ground.
Run it.
Fournette. He finds an opening past the 40.
Gone.
The 40. 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 72 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. This time, the extra point up and good. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Gold now out to kick it away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 20. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that's
gone.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Can't get me on that play.
A great play there.
Wait.
With his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. Gold now out to kick it away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Now a first down throw, Watson. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. From the red zone now, Watson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. In for the score. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And now here come the Cowboys. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Throwing, Cousins. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to the booth right after this. They begin with a run by Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On the run, it's Fournette. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level.
He's by himself. Keenan Allen past the 20. And he is into the end zone for
Nice try with the blitz.
Keenan Allen, 76 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Gold with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Wide open receiver complete. The 20. 10, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Devin Funchess, 75 yards, and the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2. They're going to give it to Gordon. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Roberts with it over the middle. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Devin Funchess in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this 1st half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Again, it's Fournette. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was.
There he goes right side. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. 45 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. Gold now out to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Wide open receiver complete. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And an alley to run.
All the way.
By himself, Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Dallas Cowboys. Now Gold for the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
No way.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up with
defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's
gone.
Free. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. 68 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. This is Fournette. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Now, nobody leaked. Big play. Now Rashad Penny. He's to the 10, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Rashad Penny, a 23-yard run. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Gold with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Gold now out to kick it away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big one there for the Chargers, and even 50 yards. On first down, Watson. That is caught inside the 5. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Devin Funchess, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up men will take it down. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Now Fournette. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Most players will tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. 42 yards. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. He's at the 30, past the 20. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need a...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. 62 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gold now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
From the end zone, Watson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The 40. The 30. 10. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. Finding the end zone yet again. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
And now look at him go. 30, 20. And he'll take it into the
Can't stop me with my running play. Impossible.
A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. Gold now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
To throw from his end zone. Watson. He'll get this one to Galladay. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy.
Happy belated Memorial Day to you. And good morning. This is a good game. I bet you never had a game like this. Yeah, this is on my YouTube channel. It's gonna do good. It's Brian Tierney, my name. Tierney, T-I-E-R-N-E-Y. You got YouTube? Tierney,
The 25 at the 24-yard
I-E-R-N-E-Y.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run with Fournette. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
You're spelling it right? B-R-I-A-N. Last name T-I-E-R-N-E-Y. It's Irish. Yep.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Fournette. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball.
Shoo.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal.
You want to give it to your pastor, your favorite player.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And
that's your favorite player.
Again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Tucker to add the PAT. just yanked that one well to the left, and no good.
Did you find it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
It's B-R-I-A-N. Last name is T.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back on the
I-E-R-N-E-Y.
And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so,
I played Call of Duty.
Coaches still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense.
You played that one, Call of Duty World War II?
Making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to
just played the sport games.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll
You're
be
getting a new
down.
one, Madden
A loss of a
2020.
yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Oh, no, I mean 19. The 2020.
Time for a break.
The basketball's good
We'll
one.
come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Where are you from? California? New York, yeah.
Running right. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Lorenzo Alexander brings
Nice
him down.
meeting you. You're going to win.
I love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
9 minutes, 48 seconds.
Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
I knew you were coming with the blitz.
This one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
You have a YouTube channel?
Going to throw it here, sliding out of the pocket.
You should.
Open
I do it for the bets.
And the Cowboys have recovered.
Let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to
Homeless,
that, I like
disabled bets. I don't need the money.
Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. A handoff, Fournette running left. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now a handoff looking right, and he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight, but I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
Oh, wide open, complete. He's at the 40, past the 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Gold to add the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and that will get him one closer.
Great game, dude.
Gold now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Now it's Watson. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there for L.A. 54
wow.
yards.
Holy crap.
Well,
What
we
a
haven't
game.
been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game
800.
has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Damn.
So that'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our
Holy
crew.
crap.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.
Damn. Damn.
Pulling up in that new toy, the wrist on that boy, rock star like Pink Floyd, waving at rude boy, I'm waving at you boy, ran off on the two like True Goy, imagine me do boy, you could never do what I do boy, still ducking that I did boy, in Paris for a hit boy, these ain't the same type of hits boy, can get boy, you don't take these type of hits boy, like rich boy, miss boy. Your numbers don't add up on the. That was 10 years ago. If you know, you know. Yeah. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. This thing of ours, oh, this thing of ours. Her fraternity of ringing off. I just happen to be alumni. Too legit, they still looking at me with one eye. The company I keep is not corporate enough. Child, you ain't orphan enough. A rapper turn can't morph into us, but a turn rapper can morph into Puff. Dance contest for the I predict Al Roker. If you know, you know. I only ever looked up to. You all get a bird, this Oprah. Players in ball shorts, coaching from the side of the ball court. If you know, you know. One stop like a Walmart. We got the for the wrong sport. You know, you know. If you know about the port, though it's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we for circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know. You ever been hit with the water, then had to wait? Do you walk away? If you know, you know. When we all clicking like Golden State, and you and your team of the motorcade. You know, you know. Been granting wishes like a genie to bad in two-piece bikinis. I've been hiding where you can see me. The skybox is right next to Riri's. Solely responsible for showing rappers how to stand on the front lines when started throwing bands. Where were you when Big brought the Tigers in? Cause I was busy earning stripes like a tiger skin. Players in ball shorts, coaching from the side of the ball court. If you know, you know. One stop like a Walmart. We got the for the wrong sport. You know, you know. If you know about the port, though it's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we for circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them. How to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vanish. Be coolin' out in the whip, but I done dared every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money. Another day in the USA, just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the...
Key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, here's Henry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it third down. They'll run it with the 85 MVP, Marcus Allen. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Watson on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. C.J. Anderson, the intended target. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will have a touchdown. In for the score. And the Madden Legends have taken the early lead.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. The give to Henry, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. On third down, that's Allen. And he'll get this up only to about the 22. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, 56 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Now Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0. Gold now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They keep it with Henry on first down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
That's 2 really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively, and now they've earned the right to rush the passer on third down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively, they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Derrick Henry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on third down. They end up taking a loss on the play. Only person happy now, the punter. Gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Now Jones taking a shot for Samuel. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On second down, Anderson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll run. Anderson. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. Here is Anderson on 3rd and goal. And this will be a touchdown. C.J. Anderson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Madden Legends will extend their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Hey, who ready? Who ready?
They run it again with Anderson. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, who ready? Who ready?
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Found his target. It's Anderson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
Richmond.
They give it to Anderson. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 10th carry now for Anderson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll give it to him up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's Watson, and it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Henry. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll roll him out right. Taking a shot for Samuel, and that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 53 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Back now here on EA Sports as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. They start the drive with Anderson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Third down now, it's C.J. Anderson. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. From the gun, Watson, wide open receiver complete. The 40, the 20, 10, and he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
He'll get it up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. They run with Anderson. He's been the bell cow tonight. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. Here's Watson operating from the gun. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. And now here come the Cowboys. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And a busy night for Henry continues. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll bite, and he's going to be brought down.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the math. Back on my head, don't rock Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what I say. I said, babe, it's. He said it's a. Them pretty. Money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty suit, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said, you look like this, he makes why they call it